Hello. It's Bloody Good Run here. You join me on, don't know how far it's going to be, but it's snow day. So I love running in snow. Temptation to quote the meme that'll never die, where that couple is running in a city in America somewhere, and it's the perfect texture, and then she absolutely flies. But yeah, at the moment it's mostly very wet tarmac. The plan is to head out on to the range, so it's going to be a bit of a run walk on the mountains, on the hills. So yeah, see you next slip. Goodbye. Quite lazily, last time I ran in these shoes was when I did the laps around the reservoir in Swiss Valley in Preseli. I was too lazy to wash them after. So this is actually going to be a perfect way to clean them. Bit of snow running. I put my coat on because it was hammering it down with snow when I was getting ready. Sod's law. Now that I'm out, it looks like it's settled a bit. That's past that incredibly dark cloud. Yeah, so like I was saying, it's at the moment it's just slush, so this isn't too bad. But this is also scheduled to freeze overnight. Actually, this isn't slush, this is actually quite powdery snow. This is slush. You can hear the difference, it's just labour intensive. It's just wherever there's a bit of tree cover. But yeah, if this, well, I say if this, it is forecast to freeze overnight. And it's just going to be deadly if it does. Because this will just become just black ice. Any bits that have been compacted will just freeze, and then it's like ski Sunday then. Talking of Ski Sunday, has there ever been a show with a better theme song? It was always the BBC as well. They've always given them their dues. Their sports programmes, they've always absolutely nailed the theme. You just can't get better than them. Oh boy, that is proper snow cloud over there. But it's almost blue. It's so dark. Slightly concerning, and it's kind of the way I need to go home. I think realistically, this is where the pace is going to fall off a cliff as we head into the traily section. Which you would do anyway. Maybe more so today. This is like strength training. Oh, let's walk for a bit. I know, few jokes about Welsh people and sheep, yada yada yada. Oh. And that is us out onto the Tircomin, the common land. There's a good chance I'm going to walk most of this, because without being able to see, I know there are some big holes on this, see? Feel quite bad now as well, because I am going to, bless them, I am going to end up driving them out onto the, into the hill. I'm hoping if I cut to the right, they might be able to use a bit of sense and not just all follow each other like they're doing. Never mind. Thought it was nice. Always depend on sheep to not do what you'd hope they would do. Oh, actually, sorry sheep, I was not giving you enough credit there. Because we get on this way. Oh, they have compacted this. Tiny bit of stream crossing, which is usually one that you can step without even having to get wet. Not today. Don't test the draining on these. Nice. More sheep. I'm just giggling to myself because so much for an aesthetic video with snow, and all it is just sheep dung covered tracks that I'm following, and I'm also following them as well, because my plan was to follow the stream and up, and they're doing exactly the same. I'm hoping when I hook a left that they might hook a right here. Maybe. Okay, two of them did, never mind. Let's try and run a bit again. Somewhat successfully. I think, was it the summer that's just gone? that I did release a video of me running from Carnarvon and down this way. It was during a bit of a drought, even though I think this was still a bog. Oh, Jesus. Right, we'll see you on the next clip. Very much run walk this one, not run. I've tried running a couple of times on this one now, and every time I have very nearly snapped an ankle in a hole, so I'm going to be sensible. Although I say I've nearly snapped an ankle, I would also be very quick to point out, not the shoes' fault. The shoes have felt, I don't think I've ever felt more secure underfoot than with these. The Innovate mud talons, the first version, not the second version, although the second version looked lovely as well. But I absolutely adore these shoes. They're a bit sketchy underfoot when you're running over sort of anything rooty or say like wet slate. They have a tendency to feel very sketchy then, but apart from that, like you put them in a bit of slop, they absolutely love it. Right. Another stream crossing coming up, and I should be back onto concrete, which is probably covered by a fair bit of snow. So once again, next clip. You can absolutely see how white out is a thing, because I know exactly where everything is up in that range. But if you ask me to tell you how to get to Vulcan Carolyn right now, I know the rough direction, but to me that looks like the end of the range, even though I know there's plenty of hills behind that. Like add that and a blizzard, you wouldn't have had a hope. No wonder people get lost. Can't get lost with this. This is purely just run down to the bottom, hook a right, and then run until I see my house. So if I get that wrong, something major has gone wrong. I think we've got another wave of snow literally coming in now. Wow, right on cue. He says like he couldn't see it coming. I don't know how much longer the battery's going to last on this, so we'll see. Hopefully at some point the finances will mean I can add either a second camera, or, especially with these sort of runs, I think a little drone to like follow up above, just to give you a bit more of a sort of an idea of the sort of vastness of the terrain. Would be quite cool as well, but we'll see about that. Finances will have to make sense for that first. Oh, okay. Gonna have to go over the scattle grid. Right, I might stop filming for a sec in case I fall. I decided to film this before I've actually finished my run, like a couple of miles before, because it's a lot more aesthetic than the side of a road. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed it. I gotta concentrate now while I try not to disappear into a river. Hope you've enjoyed the video. It's something a little bit different, and yeah, hopefully catch you soon. We're getting closer to Christmas, which does mean I've got the night nobbler, which I haven't worked out yet whether or not I'll be able to film that, because I love this little camera, but when it comes to dark, it's not really up to cough. And considering it's called the night nobbler, as you can guess, it's run in the night. And then we've got the nightmare before Christmas the week after, which I'm very much looking forward to that. So yeah, hopefully catch you soon. Sorry, I've rambled like mad now. Yeah, so hopefully catch you soon. Like, subscribe, and yeah, to the belly. Goodbye.